Hello and welcome to slide lesson number 8. In this lesson we'll be adding a new scale which gives you a very country sounding flavour. We'll also be using a few phrases from that scale. I'll also be showing you how to keep a repetitive bass going on the 5th string while you're playing some of your slide phrases that you've learnt previously. Let's take a look at these now. Now here's our country scale. It starts with G on the 5th fret, 1st string. Again, I'm showing it for clarity with my finger. Then to the 2nd fret, then open, and then you skip the 2nd string and go to the 4th fret, 3rd string, then the 2nd fret, 3rd string, open, 3rd, so there's 1 octave. Continuing along and down the scale, descending, we go to the 2nd fret, 4th string, open, and then we go to the 5th string, 4th fret, then 2nd fret, same string, 5th string, open to our G, and we can add a couple more notes on the 6th string, 2nd fret, 6th string, and then open, 6th string, the low D. And that's how it sounds using my finger. Here's the scale with the slide. Now this scale will give you a slightly different kind of flavour to your playing, really, and a lot of the effects you can use are like where you hit 2 strings at once and you slide up. I'll show you how this is done now. One more time. Now this is an actual awkward phrase to try and attempt because it involves tilting the slide up to avoid hitting that 2nd string. And if you recall, the 2nd string didn't have any notes on it that were part of the country scale. So again, I'll show you with my fingers. I'm going to put the slide where this finger is now, which is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and it's going to slide along to the 4th fret, 3rd string, like that. And what we have to do is we have to put the slide, the tip of the slide, this is why it's important to feel where the end of the slide is and not have one that covers your little finger, and you tilt it over and you play with your right hand the 3rd and 1st strings. Now if you lean if you're too sort of on top of the strings, you'll hear that sound of the 2nd string there, which you don't want. So once again you tilt the slide up so that the 1st string is open and the 3rd is being played at the 2nd fret, and you slide up like that. And if you can, nice bit of vibrato gives it a lovely little end to your phrasing, like that. One more time. Again. Now, if you've got that rather awkward move down where you tilt the slide, and you've got it so that it sounds okay and you're not picking up any other strings other than the 3rd and 1st string, we'll be ready to go on and add on to what we've already learnt. Let's take a look now. Now we can add to this slide by playing the open 3rd and 1st string with the right hand, and then pressing the slide down, again tilting it to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, like that. So we're getting like these really nice little double note phrases, like open, press, lift, and then put the slide back and slide again, like this. Of course we can add other things like a slide back from the original one we've just done, like this. Again. Slide up and then play the two strings again, the third and first, and slide all the way back, then lift off. And of course you can include, if you're using your thumb and fingers rather than just the pick and fingers with the right hand, you can also include the open G on the fifth string. And that creates a nice effect, maybe as an intro for a song or an ending. And we can also break up those notes, like that with the right hand. So we play open fifth, open third, and you can come up with all sorts of little combinations on your own like that. And then don't forget we can also add in the note on the fourth string, and then finally on the fifth string if we want to. And the nice thing about the fifth string, instead of going to the fourth fret, which was in our country scale, we can also do and just take the slide from the second fret only up to the third. Like that. Missed the note at the end there. There we go. More like that. Also, you can do a few more country-style phrases on the bass strings. Let me show you. Here's a nice sounding phrase on the sixth and fifth string involving a hammer-on. Now I'll show you how it's done. Here's what I just did. Again with the fingers, open sixth string, hammer on at the second fret, then play the open fifth string. So that's with a slide. Again, when you hammer on, of course the strings are a little bit near to the fingerboard here, so it's quite common to get some clunking sounds, but you have to be very careful. And if you can mute with your dampen out or mute with your first finger at the back of the slide, that helps too. So and then it's slide from the second fret to the fourth fret with the fifth string, or if you want to give it that effect, or it's up to you, it's your call. And then open fifth string followed by the slide from the third fret and sliding along to the same note on the G, that is, which is the fifth fret of the sixth string. So we have, and with the slide, and a bit of vibrato at the end really helps. And of course, slowing it down, it's a little bit hard for me to do because it's easy to pick up some extra notes on the other strings, but if you can, tilt the slide up a little bit, especially when you do that last slide. Otherwise you'll hear you'll hear those other notes. So tilt the slide so you get a nice clean sound. Like that. Now, while we're doing some bass licks, we're going to take a look at a few more on the sixth, fifth and fourth string, but going back to the original slide scale. Let's have a look at them now. Now we can do some playing like this, which is more or less like what we did using the country scale. Here's how it goes. We slide from the third fret to the fifth fret, fourth string, and then we can play that note and slide back and play the open fourth string. And then we can slide from the third fret, fifth string to the fifth fret, fifth string. So we have, and then we can play that note again at the fifth fret, slide back and play the open fifth string, which is a G. Like that again. And then if we want to, we can add a slide like we did before from the 3rd fret 6th string. And again, we have to tilt the slide to the 5th fret. So the 6th string, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 6th string again.